We all encounter moments in our life when nothing seems to make sense, when the road ahead feels unclear and we're surrounded by uncertainties that feel too heavy or too complex to resolve. We question our choices, we question the direction we're heading, and most of all, we question ourselves. But what if those moments of confusion are not obstacles, but invitations? What if they are the very doorway to the clarity that we seek? Confusion is often misunderstood. We see something, we fix something, or we see it as something that we want to escape. Yet without confusion, there can be no growth, there can be no evolution. It's through the state of not knowing that we discover our capacity for understanding. In fact, confusion is the first step towards profound realization, and how we respond to that makes all the difference. Too often, we fight against confusion, we resist the discomfort, trying to impose immediate solutions, but in doing so, we miss the opportunity to learn from the process. Confusion is not our enemy, it's part of our path. If we can learn to embrace the confusion, to sit with the questions rather than rushing to find answers to get to the answers, we open ourselves up to a deeper kind of clarity, one that emerges naturally rather than being forced. This process begins by taking responsibility for our own clarity. No one else can do it for us. It's tempting to look outside of ourselves for the answers, to seek guidance, to ask for someone to tell us what to do. But real clarity comes from within. It's about giving ourselves space to process, to reflect, and to allow understanding to unfold at its own pace. In those moments when the mind feels clouded, we can either react or we can respond. Reaction is immediate, it comes from a place of urgency, but response is different. It's intentional, it's about creating a pause, a moment to breathe, and recognizing that clarity doesn't have to be instant. Sometimes clarity takes time, and that's okay. Adaptability plays a crucial role in this process. Life is unpredictable. The path we set out on is rarely the one we stay on, and clarity often doesn't appear in the way we expect it. It requires us to be flexible, to adjust our perspectives, and to see things from a different angle. When we resist change, we limit our ability to find solutions. But then when we adapt, when we open ourselves up to new possibilities, clarity can emerge, and it emerges in ways we never even imagined or thought possible. So how do we do this? How do we cultivate adaptability needed to embrace uncertainty? Well, it starts with trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in the process, and trust that even when we don't have the answers in this moment, we're capable of figuring all of this shit out. The mind is not a static tool, it's very dynamic, it's ever evolving, and it's highly capable. And when we allow it the freedom to explore different paths, we unlock its full potential. Think of clarity as a journey rather than a destination. Along the way, there will be detours, there's going to be setbacks, when it feels like we're moving in circles. But each one of these moments has value. It teaches us something, even if we can't see it in the moment. And sometimes it's not about reaching a single correct answer, but about understanding the process itself. Patience patience is crucial to our journey. We live in a world that, prizes quick fixes, instant gratification, and getting fast results. But true clarity doesn't operate that way. It doesn't. It asks us to slow down, to breathe, to let go of the need to fix things immediately. Me personally definitely needs to work on that one and give clarity to space. It also requires time. It often requires us to step away from our problems in order to get a fresh set of eyes and then come back and return with those fresh set of eyes to look at new solutions. In the rush to find solutions, though, we often miss the important part of the process and the ability to sit in the unknown, the ability to be uncomfortable. And it's uncomfortable not to have answers. It can be unsettling, it can feel lost, but within that discomfort lies a lot of strength. The strength to wait, the strength to trust, and the clarity that comes with it. Patience teaches us to stop trying to force a solution and just let them naturally happen. Sometimes there's not even an answer, so why are we forcing it anyway? Clarity doesn't always just come in a sudden flash insight. More often than not, it arrives slowly, quietly, without us even realizing it. It's like putting together a puzzle. At first, the pieces seem to be scattered, they seem to be unrelated, but at time, or with time and patience, the image starts to take shape. Each piece brings confusion, but it also brings us closer to understanding where we're going to end up, and eventually the picture becomes clear. One of the most valuable lessons I've learned on my journey is that rather than rushing towards the destination, let's focus on finding the answer, or not focus on finding the answer, but when we focus on getting through the answer, we miss the richness in the process itself. The journey of clarity is all about growth. It's where we develop resilience, learn to trust ourselves, and really discover the wonders of being patient. The answer may not come immediately, but when it does come, and they do, it will be more meaningful because we earn them through the journey. Letting go of the need to control everything is a very powerful step for clarity. Often, we get caught up in the overthinking and trying to analyze every single little possibility, every single little detail. But clarity comes from a place of overanalysis, or rarely comes from a place of overanalysis. It comes from us releasing the pressure when we allow ourselves to stop and just be. The art of letting go is trusting in the flow of life and knowing that no matter what, we don't have to have it all figured out right now. Releasing the need to overthink isn't giving up. It's about trusting that the clarity will arrive on its own time. It's about stepping back and taking a deep breath. Allow the mind to rest, to relax, to chill out. Sometimes the answers are already within us, but they're hidden beneath layers of worry, doubt, uncertainty, clouded thoughts, other people's emotions, our emotions. By releasing those layers, we create space for that clarity to just naturally emerge. We allow ourselves to step away from the noise. We can begin to see how things are coming into clarity. It's like clearing the fog from your mind. The answers that once seemed elusive become visible. The problems that felt overwhelming become manageable, and the path that once felt uncertain begins to reveal itself, one step at a time. And realization isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning of something new. When we finally reach that moment of clarity, it's not the final destination, but a new starting point. Clarity allows us to move forward with confidence, to make decisions from a place of understanding, and to embrace what comes next with a sense of calm and a sense of assurance. But here's the truth. Here's the thing. Clarity is not a one-time event. It's something we return to again and again throughout our lives. Each moment of realization opens up a new door to new uncertainties. There are going to be more questions. So once you take one step, there are actually going to be more opportunities for growth. And that's what makes the journey so powerful. Each step brings us closer to understanding ourselves and the world around us and the people around us. In life, clarity comes when you're ready to see it. It doesn't always arrive on a set schedule. Sometimes it takes patience to sit with the confusion, and it can be painful to sit in the confusion, to sit in the adaptability to change our perspectives and the courage to release control. But when the fog lifts, we realize that everything we need was already within us. So, trust the process, trust the journey, embrace the journey, even when it feels uncertain. Clarity is waiting for you just on the other side of patience, adaptability, and trust. Remember, the path to clarity isn't about having all the answers. It's about learning to walk confidently through the questions.